How does restoring buildings from the past affect how we perceive our country today? Evergreen Architectural Arts is a restoration and conservation firm that has worked on some of the most recognizable buildings in the country. Most of these buildings feature intricate decorative artworks, like plaster moldings, gilding, frescoes, or murals. However, these decorative finishes aren't just simple ornaments tacked onto buildings after construction. They are the crucial factor in how people perceive the building and how the public perceives itself. Government buildings, for example, often draw on ancient Greek and Roman architecture to symbolize democratic ideals and civic responsibility. Likewise, buildings that create gathering spaces for the public, like houses of worship and theaters and concert halls, serve to remind us of our shared values. For example, the grand movie theaters that sprang up around the country in the early 20th century featured ornate architecture and decoration, often modeled after the palaces of Europe and the Middle East, or the temples of Asia. They were supposed to remind recent immigrants of the palatial precedents in their home countries. The key difference was that these buildings were not for the elites. These were truly palaces for the people. Restoring these buildings isn't about returning to a bygone era, frozen in time. It's an essential part of how we remind ourselves of who we are today.